Hello everyone, Luffy no Tomo back again with the Little Tokyo Trip 2 Part 6. I kind of accidentally cut myself off on the last one. So instead of doing like a connecting video, because my video software isn't really good for that, I just decided to split them. And this is SSG. This is also... the full title here is called SSG Meimon Danshikou Keppuroku. It's a really hard name to pronounce. That's sort of why I had trouble. This is by Sakurai Shushu. Both of these guys are the same on the cover. I don't know if they're going to continue that throughout the manga or not. This is volume 1 and 2. And what I'd want to show you is this is the lead males here, and they are the reincarnation of the Shinsengumi. And I know this is Hichikata, this is Shinpachi, and that's Okuta. And hold on, let me go over here really quickly because I think they say, I think this is their past ones, or maybe not. Maybe that's the modern. It's hard to tell sometimes. And here, so here's a better look maybe at what oh, and that's Hajime. Okay, so Hajime, so this is Okuta, Shinpachi, Hajime, and what is his name? Harada, which I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. I kind of recognize the others. And this is Kondo-san, and this is Hijikata, as reincarnated. So that's kind of cool. That the only other one that I don't really recognize is him, this guy, because I don't know if he was on Gintama, if they made a character for him. But that's Hajime. So Hajime, Okuta, Harada, Shinpachi, and Hijikata. So what it is the story follows, this is the reincarnation of Kondo-san, but this is actually a girl. Turns out her twin brother was supposed to be admitted to this school instead and on like a scholarship, but he got ill and sick, so she ends up going in and taking his place sort of undercover until he can recover. They have, the Shinsengumi reincarnation people have a group called the Lion Club or something like that. I can't remember all the details, but I believe that's what it was called. And their group only allows, you know, they've been waiting for their boss, Kondo-san, to come in. And when she opens the door, it turns out only people of the Shinsengumi descent can actually do it. So when she opens the door up, she is then recognized by them as Kondo-san. But not everybody really, you know, believes that she, well, actually, they don't know that she's a girl because she has to keep that hidden. But a lot of them are having trouble a little bit recognizing her as Kondo-san, but then they get to know her and things happen and stuff, so it's kind of cool. Here's a little look if you want to see. I think somebody might be translating this. I'm not sure, though. So everybody slowly starts to, you know, like her and gets to know her. But they all think she's a dude. They don't realize that that she is a guy yet. Or, I mean, sorry, that she is not a guy. Oh, my God. Sorry, I'm getting a little tired, I guess. Anyways, so here is number 2. And things, you know, heat up pretty well. I like it. I normally don't like the like Edo period because I don't really understand a lot of it sometimes, but I liked Gintoki, and so this kind of remind me of Gintama and Gintoki stuff with the relationships and everything, sort of similar. Yeah, I don't know what else to really say on this other than this is an interesting one. I can't wait for volume 3 because it's not like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. You know, it's very subtle. Unlike the last one that I said about like Bloody Mary. I totally love Bloody Mary. This is one of my top favorites right now. But still, like that one's pretty good. Then we get to the BL, and this is going to be a little bit shorter. So this is called, oops, let me put that back up. This is called Sankaku Danchi, which is supposedly was supposed to be a BL story, but it was very light BL. There was like nothing to it, and it kind of disappointed me. So I don't recommend this. If you see this, I'm sorry, but I didn't think the person did a good job or anything on this. I thought, because he was supposed to be like a girly guy trying to become more manly. He was an ex-boxer, and he was a creepy, like, weird stalker guy. Like, I don't know. It was really weird. I liked the artwork style okay, but it's a one-shot, and it was definitely just way too short and not enough plot. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Kind of regretted that. But, you know, it's hit and miss with those things. Same thing with this. This at least had more ecchi scenes to it. And I can't even remember the name of this. Zenbu Ai. What is this? Oh, Katapashi Kara Zen... God, it's really hard. Zenfuku Koi. So, that's the name. It's really hard to pronounce. It's by Kakine. The artwork was okay, but, and there like a various one-shots in here, and there was ecchi scenes a little bit, or, you know, it had mainly more cutesy stuff, but, I don't know, it just, whoa, sorry. It just really, this is hard to stand too for some reason, but it just really wasn't as, you know, good as some of the other ones. Like, I preferred some of these BL one-shots. Like, these two are definitely some of my favorites, and that's not a one-shot, but that's good. You know, so, I mean, like I said, BL is kind of a hit and miss. It's really hard to tell with some of these. But this one wasn't really that worth it either, it turns out. You know, the cover looked cute and it tricked me. And sometimes you can't tell online for things. This one is called, this is actually the better one. So there's 3 good new BLs that I have in this line. This is Dite to Koigokoro wa Kikumimi Motanai. So DT means dote, and in Japanese, dote means virgin from male. So he was a virgin, and he owned this like cute little like coffee shop, or he worked at a coffee shop. He would go there, and he's some sort of famous host guy. He was like the #1 host, and the coffee shop burned down, and so he decided to like take him in, but it was you know, sexual stuff started happening. I have some other works by this mangaka, and I like the art style. The mangaka is, let's see if I can read this without screwing this up. It is Kirishima Tamaki. So that is a good mangaka, I must say. The artwork is pretty cool. Let me unblur that there. It was really funny, as you can see. And it was a very cute one-shot. I really actually liked this one a lot. I thought this was very adorable and cute. I highly recommend this one, the Dote one. See, the artwork is gorgeous. It's got some comedy here. He actually went in as a host in order to pay him back for his hospitality and stuff. And they ended up becoming lovers at the end, of course, because it wouldn't be a love story without that. So I highly recommend Dite to Koigokoro wa Kikumimi Motanai. And I have some of the other ones. Let's see if it lists any of the other ones that I have. I've read, I think, let me see. Oh, here, I bought this one too, now that I think of it. Dattara koi de ii jane. And I've read this one too, this, Itoke. Let's see. I think that's all of hers. I bought this one, but I read this one online, and I bought this one. So I do have that one. I have like a couple of hers, I think, for the mangaka. I don't think they list anything else in the back here. Nope. So this one's good too. For BL, I thought this person does a really good job. Now it's hit or miss. Sometimes they're extremely good, and sometimes they're just so-so, like the other one-shots. But this is definitely a cute one-shot. Highly recommend this one. And these, I'm going to do these as a pair because I've got a lot of other Kojima Naduki stuff and Mishima Kazuhiko. I have this I have whole shelves dedicated to these two mangakas because these two are my top all-time favorite BL stuff. So I have like everything written from Mishima Kazuhiko and Kojima Naduki. They're very well known, by the way. So first, I will start off with this one. This is Koibito program. This is continuing off with the other Koibito series. There's so far, I think, 2 other ones, if I'm not mistaken. This is typical for Kojima Naduki stuff. Artwork is all very similar and same as usual. I don't know if I don't think I've been able to read it yet because, see, there's all kanji, and so I usually do better if it has furigana in it. But, you know, same old, same old. So, I recommend a lot of her works. She does a great job on storyline and artwork. And you might recognize the English title for it, Our Kingdom. That one's really famous. So, highly recommend Kojima Naduki. Then, next, I think if I had to choose between the two mangakas, I think Mishima Kazuhiko, for the ecchi parts, for like the sexy ecchi things that they do, they don't show as much, whereas Kojima Naduki's work does show a little bit more, but they both sort of hide it, so it's more sensual, not really sort of hardcore. And they both do well in comedy, but I think I like her works better. I think her works are funny. More funny, and I tend to enjoy, I think, hers slightly more so than Kojima Naduki. Kojima Naduki I don't like all the time, but I think hers I've liked more. Anyways, continuing on, Uchino Tenshi ga Kemono deshita. So it says, our angel was a monster. And it's so cute. So these two are the leads. He is an otaku game creator of, you know, the girls and stuff like that. Let's see if on the back it shows anything. Here's a little bit more of a detail. So as you can see, this guy says, "Be mine." He's like, "No, no way." And if you can read Japanese, oh my gosh, if you want to read the back. So he does moe game character designs. So if you know what moe means like hot or sexy. And so he does female game characters. And he needed, because since that's what he does all day, he lives in his house and stuff like that, or his apartment, and he doesn't have time to clean up or anything, so he wanted an living in sort of maid or housekeeper. And so what he did was he was looking through the booklets of people and found him, and he looks exactly like his favorite girl character that he created. Let me see if I can open this up properly here. So he is technically like meeting his idol in real life, and is super all excited about that. And so that's what, here, let me get this close up here. So that's what she looks like there, the holding the pillow thing, and that's him. So they do look alike, and it's just really funny. So he ends up forcing a little bit on him, and he even see, it's kind of cute, huh? Funny. Dresses up and stuff just so that he can get his attention and everything. It was a super cute. I really like this one. And I like how forceful sometimes they can be when they want to but here's, hold on a second. This is some of the other works she has done. Let me get this a little bit more fixated. There we go. So, 100% Oji, or Oji-sama 100%, I mean. And, see. So, anyways, continuing on. Sorry. Anyways, so his deal is that he's always sort of rejected or taken for granted by his looks because he kind of looks like a punk. And he basically is loving him for his looks and doesn't care and thinks that he is a nice guy. And that's why he kind of fell in love with him. Because he sees him for who he is. Not just, you know, his outside appearance or whatever. So that's why he fell in love with him. But, you know, he's a little bit of a monster, in a sense. That's why I called, you know, our angel is a monster. Or was a monster, is a monster. And so, like, he thinks of his face as an angel, but his personality can be a little bit monstrous. But anyways, I know I ranted on this and kind of went a little off track. But I love this kind of stuff. Super cute. Highly recommend this one. It's one of my top favorites for the latest BL. I'll put that in later. Because, see, there's these little BL card sheets that come with it. So they show you what's new. I can't wait for more Sekaiichi Hatsukoi, by the way. A little sidetracking there. But see, this is my BL area. I've got Sekaiichi Hatsukoi. And then I've got these. And then all of that down there under those monster high right next to the Kuroshitsuri, that's all the Mishima Kazuhiko. And then up all over there, that's all like ecchi or BL related. Actually, from that pink one right there is like, that's all BL. And that's all Kojima Naduki stuff like right there. It's really hard to see, I know. But I will get into that later when I do a review of my room stuff more. Anyway, so I'm going to end it here, and I thank you so much for sticking with me and watching. This is going to hit like the 17-minute mark, and these are the last for the Little Tokyo Trip Part 2. Now I have to do Little Tokyo Part 3 and also Anime Expo goods. Anyways, thank you for sticking with me and listening to me and watching my reviews. Thank you so much.